Hey ladies and gents, this is IzDeWiz coming at you from PowerLordsReturn.com with a review of Mythic Legion's Skapular The Cryptbreaker. This is one of the skeletons and the one that I was actually most excited to get, and it really did not disappoint. Folks, I think we're in the golden age of 6-inch action figure collecting right now. I don't think that there's a better line out there. I don't think there's ever been a better 6-inch line out there than Mythic Legions. And this figure is one of the reasons why. We've needed good 6-inch skeletons, skeleton warriors for a long time. And for a long time, you know, pretty much what we got was some variation of, you know, guys that didn't have very much articulation, couldn't stand on their own, you know. It wasn't up to snuff. So for those people who like skeleton warriors, this I think is the ultimate. I don't know how it can be topped, and Skapular is my favorite so far. Of course, the other ones are in the box, but I just fell in love with this design from the very first time I saw it. Excuse me. He is a assassin and a member of the Sons of the Red Star. He's got a really nifty shield, and one of the things I really like about it is that it looks like around the edge some wash that makes it look like it's a bit rusty. It's just great paint work. The stars are really clean. The stripes on the other side are nice, but it doesn't look like a brand new shield. It looks like it's worn and you know, it's seen action. I really love the shield. The perfect accessory for Skapular the Cryptbreaker. He's an assassin, so he's got a dagger here. He can sneak up and stab people in the back. And he's got his other weapon is a spear, and I think the spears in this line go really well with the skeletons in this line more than anything else, because aesthetically they just fit perfectly with the skeleton warriors. What do I really like about this guy? Well, the red cloth really pops, and I don't know if you can see this, if my camera does it justice, but it's not just a flat red. It's got shading in there, so it looks like every wrinkle is casting a shadow, and that is a really cool effect. I like this guard here that goes on top of the cloth breast piece, and it looks the breast piece makes it look like there's definitely armor underneath there. He's got a really cool helmet. Let me check something. No, the top part doesn't come off, so you can't replace that with the plume or anything, but the helmet is pretty much perfect as it is. I really like this cloth that drapes around the face, frames it really nicely. The paintwork on the face is amazing. The detail, the teeth are gnarly looking, and the eyes and everything. He really looks like a skeleton come to life. He's got the same shoulder armor that Vorgus had, and it fits him perfectly as well. He's got the loincloth. And his legs are just the regular knight legs. Show you the back here. The cool thing about this skeleton too is that he's got some heft to him. He's not really skinny, and he's not going to break. The bones are a bit bigger than you would normally expect in a skeleton, but you need that so that the articulation works and so that it doesn't break. He's not a spindly little skeleton warrior. The bones have some nice heft to them, but at the same time, they look like bones. It's like a big boned guy, a skeleton that's been pumping a little iron. So he's not skinny and spindly, and he's very, very, the joints are very, very tight, and everything is sturdy. So you don't have to worry about that. Let me show you a little bit of the articulation. I'm going to take the shoulder armor off. It's on there pretty tight. I just want to show you something neat about the articulation. See this bit of armor is flexible, so you can just kind of slide the arm up there really far, and it doesn't hinder things in any way, but yet the armor is there, and it looks really super nice. Isn't that pretty genius, huh? That's the one point of articulation that I wanted to show you with this guy. A lot of people have been asking me to do scale comparisons, so I'm going to do a little bit of that for you guys. Here is my favorite sort of skeleton figure from the Masters of the Universe line, Scareglow. So you can kind of see how they are basically the same size. Skapular would be a little taller because of his helmet and the point on the top of his helmet, but they fit in really, really nicely with each other. I'm not sure that Scareglow is a really is a skeleton, because as you can see, he's quite muscular and he's just got the bones painted over him. Maybe he just was a victim of technology, because I know that the razors that they make, they keep adding blades, so maybe the shave just got closer and closer, and he shaved his entire face off, and he's still got his body and his demonic feet. So anyway, this is another skeleton sculpted by Eric Treadway, and I just love both of them. But you know what? I might have to give Skapular the nod, just for, I don't know, just for the intricate detailing in the sculpt and the intricate paint work. But I still love Scareglow. I love Scareglow a lot. And I said Skapular is a tiny, tiny bit taller than Scareglow. Here is I'll stand a Marble Legends figure right next to him. So this is a certain version of what is it? You know what? It's Ghost Rider, Knight Rider. Ghost Rider. He's a bit smaller than Skapular. Smaller all around. You know, as you can see, the shoulders aren't quite up as high, and even though he's got those flames shooting up out of his head, the blue flames, he's still not as tall as Skapular. So Skapular is a hefty, brawny dude. But as you can see, even though this Ghost Rider is a cool figure, he just doesn't hold a candle to old Skapular the Cryptbreaker. Especially when you put his shield on there. I mean, man. Huh? Doesn't get any better than that. Let me put up another figure, Thord, next to Skapular. Thord is also from the Mythic Legions line, but people want to know how he matches up size-wise to the other figures. So there's a dwarf. Dwarf is a bit smaller. I think he's the perfect size next to Skapular. He's got those long horns that get him up there. He's got heft, and he's thick, but he's definitely shorter than a normal human, normal skeleton. So that's that. So that takes care of the scale comparisons. I just want to say that Skapular, I know that I presented Sir Ignatius with some flowers. I'd like to present Skapular with something more appropriate, I think. This is a pine cone, so it's something that looks dead, but then you bury it and it springs back to life, just like a skeleton. I just thought that he deserved that as the favorite of all my skeletons so far that I've received. I'm going to keep an open mind, but you know what? I just don't see how any of the other Mythic Legion skeleton figures could be quite as cool as Skapular is. So